probably one of our better games all over, but I feel that fair credit to Rochdale, they came, and I feel Jim Bentley's got them very organised, and they were posing us a threat early on, real threat, and we tweaked the shape a little bit, and I felt that made a lot of a difference to us. And then I was moaning about John Guthrie being manhandled by two players, and then he was moaning at the referee, and the ball comes to him, and he receives on the right foot touch and a dip volley from your centre half from about 25 yards in the goal. And I felt we needed that goal, especially in the first half early against them, because they've been pretty well organised since Jim's come in. He's got them really working hard for each other. As soon as you win the ball back, they get behind the ball, and it's really hard to break down. And you needed that first goal for the game to open up. If you didn't get that in the first half, it could have been quite stuffy. So, glad that John hit a dip volley from 25 yards, and I can't believe I'm saying it.
But sometimes you need that, don't you? You need that moment of inspiration, maybe in other days a moment of luck, just to get through these games.
Yeah, I think he thought at the time, well, the referee's not giving me anything, I'll have a right go here, and he's hit a great shot. And you're right, as you say, you need that. And then thereafter, I felt mostly we controlled the game, and it was a comfortable victory, really.
A couple of names. I think man of the match was given to John Guthrie, but Dave Buchanan was talking about Mark Leonard and what another very good game he had.
Yeah, Mark's. I think the way he's able to find space, mate, and receives on the half turn. He's very composed. Doesn't just play for the sake of playing. Tries to play forward. He does the other side of the game quite well as well, very gritty, and then you had a little cameo of a few bits and pieces. He's growing in confidence week after week.
I think you mentioned in there, John, Mark Leonard. What I liked about, I thought Rochdale did start really well for the first 15 minutes, but I thought it was him in particular, alongside Sobe in the midfield. As you say, when he needed to, you could just see he knows how to find space to slow the game down, and his technical ability to switch the play or just put it in behind for a Perry to run onto was different class, I thought.
Mate, you're absolutely spot on. He's got the ability, which would give him the freedom that, at times if teams are sitting back in a block and maybe they've got two pressing our back two centre halves, who'll drop in, make a three, and then we split out. So we're playing more than probably what you would have seen last year, but the players with the ability to do that. So then obviously you can build the way you play. So obviously that's helping, and I feel that we're a lot more fluid than we were last year.
I think you are as well, and you must be delighted with obviously back-to-back wins, but clean sheets as well. They're massively important going forward, aren't they? They want to be where we are at the end of the season.
Yeah, look, mate, you're spot on, and you being a defender, you come in and punch the air more than anything when you come in after the game for that. And I think we've tried to open up a bit more and play a bit more, but to get the balance, we've been tweaking things to get the balance. And today, I'd say against the little sharp right winger, Ali had to play a little bit more protected, play inside the shape when we went forward, and things like that we really had to focus on and hone on, because I thought he had a good 15 minutes at the start of the game and he was at real danger. We knew that, but in the end we calmed that down when we tweaked the shape a little bit, and things like that. I'm just giving you an insight, and mate, that you've got to do that as a fullback at times.
I thought he reacted to him after the first 15 minutes excellent, and what he needed to do, he did well. I thought, he got him behind him, didn't he, and ran him the other way. But in terms of just a little one, I thought Tom McGraw, every time I've watched him, was outstanding. Has he just tweaked his hammy a little bit?
We hope so. We'll probably have to go for a scan on Monday. He looks so aggressive in the first 15-20 minutes, really on the front foot. He's been growing in confidence. We talk about, he came to us, mate, really raw at the start of the season, because he left us in March after getting that real bad shoulder injury, and obviously he'd only had 245 minutes with Blackburn. He'd only been back about two weeks, and then on the first day of the season, AK gets injured, and I said to him, could you play it right back for us? And he went, yeah, I'll play like that. But you could see, bless him, his legs had gone by 75 minutes in that first game of the season. But you see game after game, he's building confidence. We just hope that it's not as serious as it could be.
And the last thing for me, John, I was delighted to see, and I want to give you and the coaching staff credit for this, is when you won the game, you're seeing the likes of McGowan on the pitch and the fans are all, and they're celebrating with the crowd. It just reminds me of the group when we got promoted, and the camaraderie that you've got within that group, and they seem to real togetherness, which is great to see.
I think there's a big thing, Dave, that we try and build that, but the likes of McGowan is a very similar character to you, where you try and knit the group together. And I know from my time as youth team manager, you were huge on trying to knit the group together and make sure any outsiders bring them in. And Aaron's massive at doing that. Must be Northern lads that are great at doing it. But yeah, so he's really good at that. And he's not far away, but he's come like Tuesday night. He's got no right to come down there, but he comes away on the away journeys. He's in charge of the music, although I must say his music's not the best. But overall, he creates a great spirit within the group.
Outstanding, your class today.
John, this is the first time I've seen you this season, and look, obviously very, very impressive. What worried me before the season was if there'd be any hangover. That was what worried us all, didn't it? That you were denied promotion in such a ludicrous situation, and then losing the playoffs. We've all seen teams fall away. So what have you done, you and your coaching staff? What have you done to make sure that hasn't happened?
I think first and foremost, we try to build a group that are young and energetic for the future. And with that group, we've really worked hard in our organisation. As I say, we've opened up to play a lot more, and we play to the strengths of the group. We fit a system that works within the group. We play to the strengths of the group. So last year we were probably a lot more defensive. This year we're a little bit more open, and in the way we play, we're a lot more progressive and fluid. And we can be with the players we've got, and we felt we wanted to develop that style, and I feel it's going to keep improving it, and then there's going to be some setbacks. It's still not going to be the finished article, and there's going to be some pain we go through, but at the moment it's working, and it's working through, we've got 5 senior pros out injured at the moment, and to have, if you had a full strength side, wow, it'd be selection headaches all over, really would. So yeah, it's been a conscious effort, and you never know which way it's going to go, and at the moment the group's really confident, and they're together and they're working hard for each other.